Hello, welcome back to Into the Breach. Let's get into the breach, I suppose. This run, oh yeah, yesterday I recorded this and I was pretty tired. I think that's part of why I went so fast, but also it didn't feel like any of the turns were that crazy. I mean, I've had worse starts than this, so, we'll see if it feels any different now that I am more clear-headed. Let's get to it, shall we? So we have a flip move, we have a push move that does 2. No, it does 3. Yeah, it does 3. And then we have the freeze, and then next two go into, or next reactor goes into pull tank. Okay. I'm up to date. Who do we want to fight here? Probably the tumblebugs are actually probably pretty useful, but I don't want to fight Plasmodia leader. I also don't really want to fight the spider leader yet, so let's go fight the scorpion leader. I'm picking this entirely for the leader. Oh. Protect the defense lab. Yo, it's extremely protectable. Alright, great start to this one. Extremely good first mission. If you don't know, by the way, if the VIPs get webbed, their ability moves them, so they're not actually stuck. They're not forced to stay still. This should be a slaughter. Let's see if there's any reason it is not. We're gonna have both of our reactor cores on the first mission of Island 2. We're gonna be a lot stronger for a start than we would normally be, which is great. Yeah, can you not? No, you can move through the smoke, but yeah, you can just like dip. You can just drive away, beep beep. I think that's pretty goofy, but you know. Alright, let's get into the actual gameplay now, shall we? What's going on here? We have 3 damage on this bad boy with the guided missile. We have 1, 2. We have damaging buildings. We have 1, 2 attacks. So, and then I can just drive away. For sure, I feel strongly about just leaving with this truck. Just walking out of danger. This truck feels a little more difficult because you're kind of putting it, it's gonna run out of gas, right? But do I really expect the enemies to go attack it on H8 or H1, I mean? Not really, but ideally it ends up here, right? Because then it can just drive out. I think it's a 3 movement. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It would end here. I don't know how bad or good that is, but I mean, either way, you're gonna end up doing this attack to freeze, the one that's hitting the building here, for sure. And then guided missile does lead us to have like an okay play here in pushing the spider, or not the spider, but pushing the beetle forward one, like so. And then we just go pop the Plasmodia ball, and we dip the truck. Yeah, that should be fine. The time pod is a little precarious over there, but it's blocking, which is nice. Blocking enemy attacks pretty well. What the hell? Get this mosquito off of my truck. What the hell? Alright, so we're definitely just gonna drive away. Probably going to be the final resting place of this truck is F7, and it'll just chill there from here on. So I was thinking, if possible, I would like to freeze the Plasmodia. I think that is possible. You just move here or here. Oh yeah, and then we pick up the time pod as well. Let's step through it one at a time, right? Let's count everything up. Let's make sure I'm not rushing through this. We have 1 attack that is doing damage to a building. So I'm just gonna put the truck in the corner. That seems pretty fine. And then if I just walk away. I cannot freeze the Plasmodia though, because none of my other characters can impact this scorpion. That's what I see here. So you need to freeze the scorpion with Mafan, which is fine. Creates a nice little block around this building. There's really nothing else attacking me that we have to care about, though. So, in that case, I could just kill the Plasmodium and block the spawn here. That does seem pretty good. Something like this, but make sure you don't move. You have to do the guided missile first. It's fine. And then freeze there. Block the spawn. And that looks solid. This is the high priority fight as well, like the high danger target fight. So, I don't know, it's just, there's something very strong, and this is not a surprising opinion, I'm sure, but there's something very strong about being able to click on an alpha that has 5 HP and then just remove it from the fight like this. That is good. We're gonna pop the Spiderling, pop you, and freeze here. I don't care if you open the Scarab up, basically, because I'll just freeze it again. The odds are pretty likely that this Scarab doesn't do anything meaningful anyway, and I'd rather just freeze that Mosquito in that position. Yeah. Cool. This does one. You can kill here and get a sweet double kill for the XP. Look at that, that's 8 experience to that vehicle. Freeze you, and there you go. Yeah, like, I feel like I'm rushing through this, but I'm not actually rushing through this. This team is just extremely strong, especially with Mafan piloting the Freeze Mech. This team is extremely good. You could also do this with Bethany, by the way. Same sort of idea, because she has a shield. Reactor core, very cool. Now we have 2 cores. That's cool. I'm gonna put them both here. I actually like having the +1 move. So I'm gonna put them both here for the pull tank, and then... yeah, and the rest of our money goes to giving +1 to the Spartan shield. Maybe the gain shield as well. Could be good, but he has 5 base HP, so... I'm very confident, and I would like to go... I'd like to get my grid power up, I think. Oh wait, this is a free mission though. Defend the disposal unit. This is on the level of like the Terraformer in RST in terms of missions that are absolutely crushing. I'm not gonna think too much about my positioning here because I don't think I need to. Could sacrifice this building. So we have 1, 2, 3 attacks we have to care about. I can deploy the pull tank here and influence an enemy attack in the same sort of level of power as freezing. Not quite the same, but a similar level of power while also getting the pull tank on the field is worthwhile. If the attack order was flipped, I think I would actually go for Bash and flip the Scorpion, but it is not. So... a little tricky, actually. Okay, so I will now walk you through the new idea here. I am sure, 100% sure, that there is a way to stop the damage happening. Even, this does 3, right? Yeah, this does 3. Okay. So I can't just ignore or tank this. I guess I could tank this. No, it kills Mafan. Never mind. Do not tank that. Okay, important. So... am I meant to take 1 here then? If it's... flip the Mosquito, pull tank shoots here, pulls this guy, and then guided missile to kill this. Oh, I take 0 because I just acid shot on that idea. Yeah, I take 0 from the acid shot. Okay. Do I want to put you somewhere else? Kind of. Acid shot levels the mountain. I like that. Could also do it here. Oh wait, that's way better. This acid shot is insane. I don't know how I didn't see this immediately. The problem though is... hold there. Because so... think the idea is to put the mirror mech here and shoot on this line. Yeah, and the problem is one, two, three, four. Unfortunately, our Aegis cannot make it to kill the beetle to save the one. So as much as I would love to... Yeah, as much as I would love to take that perfect acid shot, I don't think it makes sense. Because putting... And so there's a reason it doesn't make sense, because you're going to think to yourself, well, wait, couldn't you do... and I should talk this out. This is just a recent philosophy. Could you do shoot the scorpion into the pit, kill the alpha spore with the mirror mech or the Aegis mech, and then pull the scarab away, and then acid shot here? And the answer to that is yes. But when you think about that idea, oh, that's actually fine. So what I don't like about that idea is you end up with your Aegis mech unable to really affect anything on the next turn, but because you're demolishing the mountains, it shouldn't matter. Like, you're getting closer to the bonus objective being done, and you're killing both of the alphas in this line. Both of the alphas that aren't the Plasmodia, anyway. So yeah, I actually do think that this is fine. So it would then go... shoot like that. I think it's best to do pull tank here, pull this guy into the pit, guided missile kills the scarab, and then you walk off. This does put the pull tank in a pretty god-awful position, to be honest with you, but I can always break it out. What this is actually going to do against me is spawn 3 spiders. That is a real problem I didn't consider. Oh, what the fuck? There's a mosquito here. Hello? Am I blind? Am I looking at the screen? Hold on. How did I not see that guy? I even counted him. Okay, let's go through this again then. I don't know how I just like completely didn't see that guy there or what. Okay, so in this case, I think you end up having to take 1 here, actually. Now that I have noticed the mosquito there, I think you end up having to take 1. However, I think that the reset is fine because those spiderwings were going to cause us a lot of heartache as well. One idea would be to pull tank my Aegis mech out, and then have it walk over here and flip this, and then guided missile here. And pull tanking him out lets me kill the scorpion and the mosquito. But again, I don't really like that. I think I want to kill the arachnid scion. I think you want to do it like this. I guess you could do it like here. No, it has to be like this because this influences a building being attacked and kills the arachnid scion. I think you have to look at that. Okay, now what? Think about the rest of this turn. There's 1, 2, 3 attacks, and we have 3 units available, but there's a 4th attack which locks our shield mech in place. And so I believe when you look at it right through that lens, we should have no line that makes us take 0 here, and our best case would be to take 1. So what's our best line to take 1? It's probably shoot this guy with a guided missile, put him over here. Or actually, it doesn't really matter. Shoot here with a guided missile, pull tank here. It ends up being the same idea, but I had to change where I shot my acid shot. And I take 1 anyway. So ultimately I didn't make a big difference in the reset, but that's okay. I think resetting is still fine, because I just wanted to see if there was a better idea than this. What does the pull tank's move? Is it 3? I think it's 3. Yeah. It'd really suck if it was 2. But in this idea, we take 1, and I think you always have to take 1 there. But this way we don't have a million trillion spiders on the field that we have to fight off. Plasmodia shot. Probably gonna pop that guy with the disposal. But that does, actually, it's probably better to do this, right? We kill an enemy and clear the mountains out that we have to clear out there. That seems good. And then I can freeze the Plasmodia guided missile. Oh, I could pull. Wait, I have pull mech. Hello? Give that. That's crazy good. That's exceptional. The only thing that ends up being weird about this is that I can't actually... And I'm gonna make the play here to freeze this enemy because I want to move the shield mech into the fray. Into the breach, if you will. And I don't want him to just kill, because killing and leaving this guy alive at 1 HP are similar. And then I'd rather block this spawn. Feels a little better to me. Okay. End my turn. Wow, what a play. The Scorpion. What a play. What a player. I guess it doesn't matter, right? You can kill it like this. Push there. This is a turn that, like, you can't make this turn better. The only thing I can do that makes this turn better is freeze the Scorpion because I want to repair. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the pull tank to block another spawn because that's the same as him killing an enemy on the next turn, which is the best case. Okay. It can all come crashing down around us very swiftly. I want to remind you, do not get confident, do not get cocky. It can all go to shit in seconds. We've seen it happen many times. Split. Letting things like the Disposer and the pull tank get kills is good because I want Mafan to level up. Eventually. Cool. Good fight. Excellent. Could have been slightly better, but we have a lot of grid HP missions left. Here and here. Yeah, 2 power plants, kill 7. Kill 7, not super confident on. Probably just do this. Storm controller is fine. Protect the emergency batteries. Emergency batteries are in a bad spot, but it's only 5 enemies, and we have Acid Storm on our side, so... I can, unless... No, it's actually impossible for this to die, I'm pretty sure. Because they can only... I guess they could attack it 4 ways. But that would be surprising. Hey, he's just gonna kill the Acid Storm controller for me? What a pow. What the fuck? He just kills it for me. This dude is on turn 1 doing the bonus objective for me. What a buddy. So the only way to kill the Scarab over here is to guided missile it. I could freeze it as well, but I don't love that. I think the idea is you're here, guided missile, tank the 2, and pop the Scarab, and then spawn a pull tank, because getting the pull tank on the field on turn 1 is very nice, great for the action economy. Spawn a pull tank here and block the spawn. The Acid Storm generator is killed by my opponent. You're done. You're done. And the only downside is we take 2 on our Aegis mech, which we don't care about. Wow. I mean, could you write it any better than he kills the Acid Storm generator for you? I don't know. That's my boy right there. He's on our team. 1, 2, 3. Can sack the pull mech and kill the Plasmodia. I'm to the point now where I one-shot a lot of these enemies, so... But again, have to remember, it is better to leave them alive. Because then they don't call in other spawns. Pop here, freeze this. I think that's the idea. Kill this. I'm gonna sack the pull tank to block, and the pull tank is gonna take 2 with it. Oh, sorry, I bumped my keyboard. Oh, maybe I hit a button, but I did not. I think that this is the right idea. And then shoot here. Aegis mech kills the mosquito because it's annoying, and then we freeze here. I'm in. I just feel like we're constantly ahead. I haven't felt behind yet. Look at that, we're stopping 4 attacks in a turn. That's excellent. And stopping a spawn as well. It can't get much better than this. There is no acid, but I will just freeze the scorpion. 3 spawns is a little scary, but not that bad. Kill you. Wait, does this? Hang on. Do you kill the scorpion? No. Thought Mafan was gonna get enough to level up from that pull on the Plasmodia, which is another reason I did it. But alas, no one has moved yet. And also, in freezing this guy, it should make it so that these emergency batteries, unless both of these enemies here that spawn in are beetles and they both attack the emergency batteries, the batteries should be 100% safe. Put the mirror mech here because it should still be. It gives it a little more dynamic movement options here. I guess I should have shot this guy for 4 though. There was not really a reason not to. What are you hitting? Okay, so the emergency batteries are fine. This beetle is not actually making an attack we have to care about. This scorpion is... So the interesting part about this one is that in stopping the scorpion attack, I either have to spend my freeze or kill my Aegis mech. And in spending my freeze mech is the only one that can reach the scarab, which is doing 1 to the building here. And so... yeah, it's an interesting conundrum. I can take 1 to kill this guy and then be fine, but I can't actually spin him. I think you're forced to take 1 here. It's my initial assessment. I don't really have any dynamic play here. Gotta freeze this guy, because if you push him, he will break the batteries. Oh, yeah, and then... and do I have to take 2 here? No, if I'm ignoring this attack, then the play is kill the scarab and flip the alpha scorpion. Because your mirror mech can't actually kill this alpha scorpion. He's not acided up. Be sure of that. He gets pushed into the acid, but it doesn't apply retroactively. Come flip this, shoot here, and take 1, but nah. It's just take 1, I think, for sure. Freeze here. How do you want to do this? You want to go... hang on. How do I do this without taking 2? Oh, this isn't a building. Never mind. I was like, oh no, I can't shoot this guy because then he'll do damage to the building behind him. That's not a building behind him. It's a guy. A guy behind him. There's a freaking dude over there. Flip that. Too bad I don't have that +1 damage, you know? I didn't take it, I took the pull tank instead and then sacked it and took 1 for it. But overall, I think the pull tank has contributed more. But yeah, we're just getting clipped here and there on these combats. It's nothing to be too afraid of, I feel. Just aware, cognizant of. I do not feel like we are strong enough for defend the power plants here. I don't feel we're strong enough for kill 7 enemies. Maybe I defend the power plants anyway and just hope I can kill 7. I don't think I can, because our team just freezes and such. But I think the perfect island is worth more, because in the worst case, if the weapon is bad and the pilot doesn't do anything, we just get 4 grid power. So we get 2 for doing it this way as well. Are you immune to the mites, or do you have to repair on the ice mech? I wonder. I want to position. There's not a whole lot of positional tricks I can pull here. I want to position out of the way of the scorpion here so I don't get rooted by him. That's pretty much the only positional trick we can pull. He is not immune to the mites. Gross, fine or gross, unsure. Not gross, extremely cool. Thank you, good shot, Plasmodia. Okay. So to begin with, we can just pop this guy. The mosquito is dead. Amen. To follow that, we can... Few ideas here. We can kill the scorpion. No, we cannot. We definitely want to deploy a pull tank on this turn. You're going to be shocked to find that information, I'm sure. But we're going to go deploy a pull tank. He's going to go over here. He's going to pull a scorpion into the pit. I think that's a no-brainer. I also think that you go here and flip the scorpion's attack so he knocks the mites off of you and then dies to the Plasmodia shot and does 1 to the Plasmodia in his death. And then go to play a pullback? Yeah, that seems like the idea. Not even having to do the traditional let's count how much damage is on the board situation because we're just chilling. What do you get? Wow. A character who is perma-shielded got immune to fire and acid. What a world. Incredible. Inconceivable. That's another good Plasmodia shot. This is why I hate the Plasmodias, man. They just like... This Plasmodia has offered absolutely no resistance. He has just wasted every attack. And then sometimes you fight Plasmodia and it just ruins your fucking day. You go up against this guy and he actually just destroys you. Drops like 15 attack. It puts the bomb here on B8 and then it just blows up your power and you can't do anything about it. You just go, damn bro, that shit sucks anyway. The enemies are indeed spawning. No, I don't have to pull him into the pit. I can just push him and then block the spawn. If I freeze that guy, he doesn't die. I could go freeze our Aegis mech though, so he doesn't take any damage. The real concern, I guess, is I have to repair my guided missile bot. I don't know what else to call him. My robot that shoots guided missiles. And he has been important, because I can't freeze this scarab. I can go kill it though. Because enemies, if an enemy ends its turn on the conveyor belt on E3, you take damage. They get pushed into the building. I don't know who the fuck designed this shit. And I am actually going to take damage because I'm being blocked here. Wait. This only does 2. Okay, so the line that makes me take 0 is you shoot the spider generator, pull the guy that's going to do 1 into the pit, and then hit yourself to kill the mechs. Or kill the mites, I mean. Genius. Very good. And we're going to end at 6 of 7 on the power generator with a perfect island in, what, 30 minutes? Pretty incredible. Adrenaline is sick. Thick skin is completely worthless on that character. Destroy the scorpion leader. Does he have a valid attack on turn 1? No. So if I position myself... if I put all of my units over here, the enemies can't make an attack. Do you see this? If I go here, 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 like so, the only enemy... No enemy can make an attack except the Plasmodia on turn 1 here if I position in the corner like this. I just get a free turn here. Wow. Cool. What a spawn. The only enemy that gets to make a move is the Plasmodia. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that building there. My mistake, I got a little too excited. It's fine though, because you just go like, hit the boss for 4. Probably flip this guy. Right? Flip him, he'll kill the mosquito here. And then deploy the pull tank and just pull the Plasmodia shot out of the way. 4 damage on the boss, 2 damage on the scorpion, a dead mosquito. The other scorpion will be able to make an attack, I believe. No, he won't. This is a doomed spawn for our opponents, I have to say. It's a real fucked up spawn for these guys. Because in not having to kill the... I guess in keeping the positioning like this, the Scorpion leader can't actually make a meaningful attack. All he can do is hit this building and then die next turn. Whereas if he was able to go where the Scorpion that was attacking the building is on F4, he would then get to root my Aegis Mech and put an attack on the building. My Aegis Mech can't kill it, and I can't get it out of the way very well to clean up with the guided missile. Yeah, I mean, the enemies are spawning and then just unable to reach me. It is pretty fucking doomed for our opponents. The boss is dead, amen. Full tank could just kill itself to stop the Plasmodia shot. I think the better idea is to move here and let Mafon's shield tank it, because the shield will go back or come back on the next turn and just freeze one of the enemies. Taking an enemy out of the fight is good. Unfortunately, in this line, the pull tank doesn't really get to go over here, because I have to influence the Scorpion on the next turn. I guess I'll probably just freeze it. Shield comes back at the start of our turn here, right? Indeed. Okay. This did look bad, and then the mosquito moved up here, and now it no longer looks bad. Because you can go here, shoot, killing the mosquito and the Plasmodia shot. Freeze the Scorpion, kill the other Scorpion. This is what I mean with Plasmodias, though. This is what they usually do to you. They just sit here and constantly hassle you like this. I'm gonna make it so the Plasmodia can only shoot its shot. I mean, it's not only able to shoot its shot here, but on the back line it only has, like on row 7 it can only go on file C. So instead it makes its shot there, which is a little annoying because now I have to go do something about that, but... Hey, how do I stop this actually? Hold on. Kill the Plasmodia like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We say thank you to Adrenaline here. Yeah, we say thank you to Adrenaline here, because without Adrenaline I would not be able to do this, but we have the move to just come over here and shoot it, because that shot is going to hit the building. Oh, I could not have pulled it out of the way. No, I could not have pulled the Scorpion out of the way of the attack aimed at the building to save the building. And to be honest with you, took a little bit of damage here and there, but this was kind of an annihilation. We got a promotion. What'd you get? Adrenal? Sick. Shield attack or shield array does not work here because we don't have a science mech. Silica is pretty good actually. He has invulnerable, which sucks, but I could take Silica and then throw 2 power at the Janus cannon. Fire 2 guided missiles in a turn. Like, position yourself, sit down, 2 guided missiles, do 6 to an enemy on a turn. That is really good. Or just 3 to 2 with the push. Yeah. This makes a lot of sense. And then spend reputation. Yeah, the Taurus cannon is just a significantly worse version of the guided missile, by the way. Taurus cannon does the same thing, can't curve the bullet, does 1 less damage. It doesn't cost energy to turn on, but it does 1 less damage and costs 2 to get to 2 damage. So the guided missile is just better in every way. And that takes 3 of these, because I could take Force Amp, I guess, but I'd rather take 3. I'm gonna go ahead and give 2 cores here to Silica. Power up the double shot. And then I have 1 core left over. Am I going to Final Island here? Or do I want to do 3? I mean, I think I'm strong enough to do Final Island. I want to go to Final Island, so I'm feeling Final Island is fine here. And if that's the case, what do I want to take? Probably +1 maybe. Although, if you're going to be standing still, probably actually better to go +2 health. I think Smoke Line doesn't seem very good. It's after turning, it adds a bunch of smoke. It's probably fine, but you're not actually smoking to cancel attacks because you can't hit enemies with that smoke. Because the missile stops moving after it hits. So, I don't really care for that. +2 health on the tank could also be fine here instead of +1 move, because then you can start using it to block. Yeah, you know, I do like that actually. Okay, let's give this a spin. I'm good to go final island here. I feel very strong, and I think 2 islands are hard. And I think when you're strong, you should go take the 2 island on. Like, if you're strong after 2 islands and you're just trying to go for completion like I am, take the 2 island. We position like this. I don't think it matters too much. Actually, position like this and hope we bait this crab into shooting me. There is a blobber here, which is going to be annoying. Of course. We'll see how it goes. I hope they don't put a pylon right in front of my guided missile. Thank you. Extremely great work, as always, team. Exactly where I wanted that to go. Great job. Wow, this is a fucking disaster. So I feel like every one of these starts, though, is just, yeah, this is a fucking awful situation you've put me in here. Silica will not be sitting here and just cannoning out. This blob is insane. Just absolutely locks me out of the game. It's crazy. What a shot. Okay. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? We have... This does 2, not enough to kill the digger. I can... I probably do not get to deploy the pull mech or the pull tank on this turn. These 2 pylons are so bad. This is a nightmare positioning. I can spin the Aegis around, or I can spin the Hornet leader around so that that attack doesn't go through. I can then push the Alpha Hornet off of me and freeze the crab, and I will take 4. That seems like not a good first draft here. So I'll take 2 here and 2 here. Count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 enemies attacking me. Yes. The problem is that I cannot make the enemies attack each other in a meaningful way whatsoever. What the fuck is this lava flow too? It's so awful. Every time I start these, I go into these and I'm like, yeah, we're strong here. And I go into Final Island. I remember that Final Island is just absolutely bullshit. Like, ridiculous. So I could do... Mafan goes here. You can shoot this hornet to kill it. And then freeze the crab, which is killing our Janus cannon. And unfortunately, the remainder of this line does not work because the shot that I need to take, which would stop this attack, is blocked by the blob. If this blob wasn't here, we would have a clean line to take 2. But unfortunately, it is. So... This is pretty unlucky that they blocked my line of fire here with this pylon. I don't think there's any doubt about that. So, what if I ignore this, ignore the crab and the hornet, flip the hornet leader, flip the hornet leader. He's walled in, man. It's so sad. Because if I could reposition after seeing the spawns of the pylons, this would be a free combat. But, you know, I won't harp on it too much. The digger is untouchable by Silica, and so is this hornet. Because of the blob. Now, I could kill the blob. That I do not believe does anything. I could freeze the leader. Pop this, move you. That's 4 damage, right? Every line looks like it's taking 4. Finding a line that takes 2 here is hard. You can't make it to... Can't make it to do anything to the digger. I could flip this. Freeze here. And then nothing. And then I have no other play. I take 4. No. I take 6 in that idea, because I take 2 from here, 2 from here, 2 from here. That idea seems bad. How about flip here? Let's analyze this idea. We flip here. You can't move after shooting the guided missile, I believe. There's 3 threats hitting here, 2 threats hitting here, 1 threat hitting here. Yeah. Freeze the digger. I just don't see a way that I protect this pylon. I will go so far as to say I don't believe there is a way, attack order, yeah. I don't believe there is a way to protect this pylon, the far pylon, that isn't this move where we would freeze the digger and flip the hornet. But the problem with that, of course, is I still take 4. Shoot here and then shoot here. You could freeze the crab and do that. I don't like that. I don't think there's a line that takes 2 here. I think that this is the game forcing 4 damage on me because of the pylon spawns. I think that these 2 pylons or this pylon are unsustainable. I don't think you can save them. That is what I am going to end this thought on. I think. So, I think the best line to take 4 is to shoot here, freeze the crab, flip the hornet. Leaves the hornet leader at 1, this crab frozen, this hornet dead. So it's an okay setup, but going down to 4 here does not feel great. Oh, it doesn't leave him at 1 because you have to also shoot the bomb where you die. That was the other piece of that. It leaves him at 4. Fine. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think sometimes you start the combat and they put pylons in the worst possible position and you lose. Or take 4. Now it's just, did I do enough to recover and have a flawless remainder of the fight? Oh, you just got completely jailed here, huh? You just got absolutely locked up for this. That's, hella. Probably just, I'm not feeling like I have time to full tank here. Thinking it's freeze the leader, shoot the alpha hornet, and then use the reset shot to shoot the beetle. Kill this. That looks right to me. Or vice versa, right? Like so, like so. Don't move you to the wrong spot. Freeze this. And then kill here. From here it should be fine. The volcano helped me out and got me 2 kills here, which is nice. I think there was probably a better turn 1 I could have had, however. Okay, now there's a bunch of non-alphas spawning. Wow, that lava is fucked up, isn't it? Because, it just frees the hornet leader. I put him in jail, and I thought I wouldn't have to deal with him on the backline, and then the game said, actually... Into the Breach said, actually... 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 attacks we have to care about here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Being able to double shot is pretty good. Betty doesn't have adrenaline, huh? Go. I suppose now is the time to deploy our pull tank, if I'm ever going to. Because it's the same as freezing this thing. What do I want you to block the spawn and be on fire? Fair. I am, as I feel I often am, a little salty with Final Island, but you know, it's called unfair for a reason. It's unfair. That's why they called it that. It's not challenging, it's unfair. Dealer's choice on how you finish this one, I feel. Maybe shoot there. Step out of the way. Full tank doesn't come with me, but let's pretend he does. Breathe the blobber. Alright. We will see if... It's basically going to be, is turn 1 unbeatable? If turn 1 is not unbeatable, we can probably stabilize this, but there is a non-zero chance that I am unable to survive turn 1, because I have only 2 health. And so, in hindsight, I would trade 1 reactor core for 3 hits of grid defense. That's the hindsight here. Given what I now know, I would trade 1 of my reactor cores away, one of the ones that doesn't really feel like it's doing anything, and I would get 3 grid defense at the last island. The difference of 1 HP makes a big difference here. 7 and 6. It's the difference between one of these power pylons being able to get hit and not getting hit. But we'll see. Rocks are pretty bad. Okay. Do some counting, shall we? Am I dead lost? I need to stop 4 critical attacks here. That being here, 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 and here. So let's start thinking about how you would go about doing that. The hard one is the digger. Always. It's eternally the difficult answer. How do I stop this guy? I probably freeze him, to be honest with you, but then how do I stop the Alpha Scarab? Oh my god, what the fuck? He's in the middle of goddamn nowhere. Holy shit. This looks unwinnable. My initial assessment is this does not look beatable. I think that either the Digger or the Scarab always gets to take a shot here. Because what can you do? You can go guided missile shot, guided missile shot. I can't flip this attack. So I have to freeze the Digger. And then... If the blobber wasn't here, I could go guided missile around the block. Right? Go walk here, guided missile around the block. Flip this, I die to the blob. Yep. I can do a shot here. Yeah, this power pylon doesn't let me just tank the blob. Do a shot here, shot here. You cannot die, so that idea does not pass. The other problem that we face, as we often do, is that the enemies don't do enough damage to kill each other. So, even if I could have them attack each other, they don't kill each other, they just hit each other. Right, like I could do something here. I could make the crab hit this firefly, but that doesn't... no, I couldn't even do that. He's hitting here. Never mind. Shot here, shot there. I just can't influence both of these, right? I can flip this. I can't stop the scare. That's all there is to it. As I look at this for longer and longer, there's just no answer to this, as far as I can tell. It's like, what, you could shoot the firefly away, shoot the blob away, flip the beetle leader, and then go freeze one. And that is really close. It is actually the difference of 1 HP, right? It is, if I have 1 more HP here, I can probably stabilize this combat. But at 6 HP going into this island, it is just death. It appears. 1, 2, 3. It's 4 critical attacks, and we should be able to influence 4, but the digger completely walls me off. And... I don't see a way. To get to the digger with anyone other than the ice mech, I have to spend another unit's attack. And spending an attack getting an enemy out of the way just doesn't pan out for me. Right? It's like spending an attack. Yeah, there's a line that would exist where you would flip this. If this blobber didn't stand here, you could potentially flip here. Hang on, follow this line with me. You shoot the blobber. Oh, but you don't have a good second attack, right? You would shoot the blobber, and then you would flip the beetle, which would push the firefly here, killing the blob. And then I can only influence one of these still. But I do have a free action in that idea, but that free action is 1 tile away from being able to shoot the scarab or the digger and save my life. Okay, I don't think there's an answer to this. I have run through all the lines, right? You use the mirror mech to shoot these two. You flip this attack. You freeze. No matter what you do, no matter how you look at this, there is no, because like 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't even get the Aegis mech over here to swing on the digger, right? If these two characters flip positions, there's an idea here where you would go, like if you flip the mirror mech and the Aegis mech, you would go push this out of the way with the guided missile, shoot the blob, pull up, or no, it would be like shoot the rock, shoot the blob, pull up, flip. Oh, you can't even flip the digger. It doesn't matter. It hits in all directions. That shot doesn't even. That plan doesn't even work. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about what ifs. At the end of the day, there's no answer to this. There's no way out of this. I cannot see an idea. So I'm just gonna farm XP and leave. How sad is this, man? I'm 1 off. I'm actually 1 HP away. Look at how good this looks. That's the game. The lesson you take away from this is come into this combat at full HP. But the lesson that you take away from this is that this game, Final Island makes me so mad. Because like all of the planning and thinking that you can do about this, right? All of the planning that you do to set up and give yourself a good turn 1 is just completely thrown out the window on Final Island. And I don't know, man. Makes me frustrated. It's my biggest complaint about this game. Because if I could position my mirror mech 1 tile to the left on the start of that final island, we would probably flawless that island. But you can't. It just happens where they spawn the pylon right in front of you. Maybe there's a pattern. Maybe there's something you can tell. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.